Hey everyone, Unicorn1513 here, and today I'm going to do my very first hair tutorial. I'm going to curl Abby's and Venus's hair. This is Abby from 13 Wishes and Venus McFlytrap from Music Festival. And I'm going to show you how to curl their hair. And the first thing I'm going to do is take off all their jewelry and their hair accessories. And I will be right back. And here are the supplies you will need for this tutorial on how to curl your doll's hair. You will need a doll. Here I have Music Festival, Venus McFlytrap, and Abby Bonwell 13 Wishes. And then you will need scissors to cut out any accessories that were stuck in the doll's hair. Like this crown was stuck to Abby's head, and I had to cut off these clear things off them. So you might need scissors for that. And then you will need a brush. This is a Monster High brush. Any brush will work, but a Monster High brush is smaller, so it works better. You will also need aluminum foil. You can use scissors for this to cut it, or you can use your hand. And if you don't have aluminum foil, you can use wax paper. And it works the same way as aluminum foil. Something else that you will definitely need is a towel. And then the rest of the items are optional. You might need a hair clip, conditioner, and shampoo. It doesn't matter what type you use. I just use herbal essences and just a cream gloss conditioner. And then I also use this detangler spray. It's really good to get out tangles out of your doll's hair if you are having a hard time. And after you wash their hair, it's still tangled. You can use this and it will help out a lot. And I also have a heat protectant. You can use heat on your dolls. I would just be very, very careful using heat on your dolls. I use straighteners for my dolls with the lowest setting possible. The setting is 1. And I can also use a blow dryer on the lowest setting, which is low. And I tried to use a curling iron on the 1 setting too, but it burned my doll's hair just a tiny bit. So please do not use curling irons on your doll's hair. But straighteners and blow dryers are fine. But please just be very careful. And please use a heat protectant if you're going to do any heat on your doll's hair. And if you don't know what you're doing, please ask an adult. And if it's too hot, please do not use it on your doll's hair. And it has to be a straightener or a blow dryer with settings on it. And I would set it to the lowest setting possible. And I also have bobby pins, which are also optional. So those are all the optional options. So that is all the supplies that you will need and the optional supplies that you will need. Other accessories, I took off Abby's headband and her earrings and Venus's earring, and now they are ready to go. The first thing I'm going to do is wash their hair. It doesn't matter what kind of conditioner or shampoo you use. And then I will be right back, and then I will show you how to curl their hair and boil wash their hair. And this is what their hair looks like after it was shampooed and conditioned. And all I did was brush it with a Monster High brush, like this. Any brush will do, but I just used this. And I just brushed their hair out. And that is what it looks like when it's washed. And I'm just going to show you with the back of their heads. Abby's hair still has some curl to it. And that is what Abby's hair looks like. And here is Venus's hair. It's still straight. And the shaved part does not get messed up when you wash it. Just be a little bit careful. And I just tried to wash this side of her hair, but it is okay if you put shampoo on this side as well. And I will be right back after it dries. And now that their hair is all dry, I'm going to move on to the next step. You will need aluminum foil for the next step, and all you're going to have to do is cut them with scissors into squares. And if you don't have scissors, you can use your hand, and then you just roll them up, and I'll show you what I mean in a second. If you do not have aluminum foil, wax paper also works. So you can use wax paper if you do not have aluminum foil, and it works the same. And I'm going to show you what to do with the aluminum foil. All you need to do is cut the aluminum foil into little squares and then roll the aluminum foil into these curlers. And I'll show you how to do that. All you do is just put it down and then roll it like this. And then you just roll it and you pinch it a little bit and then you are good. So that is how you make these little aluminum foil curlers. And now their hair is all wrapped up in curlers. It took about an hour to do this. Venus's hair was really hard to do. This was my first time ever trying to curl a doll's hair before. It did take a while to do Venus's hair because it is naturally straight. And Abby's hair was more easier than Venus's. And all you have to do is take one of the curlers, put it on the bottom of the hair, and roll upwards. And then you just close it like this. And that is how you close it. You just pinch it together. That is how you do their hair. And it does take a while and it is a little time consuming. And that is what they look like with curlers in their hair, showing off their new do's. And now I'm just going to boil wash their hair. And to boil wash their hair, all you're going to need is a pot full of water. And then you just turn it on the stove. And you just turn it on. And then you just wait for the water to boil. And about 3 minutes later, the water will start to boil. And this is what the water looks like when it's boiling. And if you don't know what to do, please get an adult to help you. And now you're just going to turn off the stove. And now all you're going to do is pour the water into a bowl or a cup. And after pouring your boiling water into a cup or bowl, then you're going to take your doll and put their head into the water. This cup has boiling water in it, and this cup has cold water in it to set the curl. And now I'm just going to take Venus and stick her head into the water. You want to leave them in the water for about 2 to 3 minutes. And after 2 to 3 minutes, you just take the doll and then put them into the cold water to let the curl set. You put them in there for about 10 to 30 seconds. And then after you are done setting the doll in the cold water, you just take the doll and then put them on a towel. And after Abby's hair set in there for 2 to 3 minutes, I'm just going to put it in the cold water for 10 to 30 seconds. Okay, and then you just put it on a towel, and then you wait 30 minutes, and then you remove the foil. I waited about 30 minutes, and now I'm going to take their hair down out of their curls. So I'm going to try to unravel one so you guys can see it.
I'm just going to start with this top curl up here. Sorry if you guys can't see what I'm doing. I'm just unraveling it.
And then you just pull the curl out. And then it looks like this. So now I'm just going to take the rest out and I will be right back. And here is Ebony Abominable and Venus McFlytrap with their curlers out of their hair. Their hair is still wet. I just took the curlers out of their hair. And all you had to do that is just unravel them out of their hair like this with the curler. And this is what it looks like after you take the curlers out of their hair. Now I'm just going to show you their hair up closer so you guys can see it. And their hair is still wet. I really like the way she turned out. She has a lot more curl than the 13 Wishes Abby. She's supposed to have like spiral curls. and I really like the way that she turned out. And here's Venus McFlytrap. I wanted a Venus with curly hair, so that's why I did this to this Venus. All the other Venuses have straight hair, so I wanted to see what she would look like with curly hair. That is what it looks like. I'm not too sure on it right now. I'm going to wait for it to dry, and then I will show you both of them after that. And there is Venus McFlytrap and Abby Abominable. And here is 13 Wishes Abby, Abominable, and Music Festival Venus McFlytrap. And their hair is all dried. And I'm just going to show you how the curls turned out. I really like the way that Abby turned out, and I will show you. So I put all her accessories back on so you guys can see what she looks like. There's still lots of curls. And that is Abby Abominable, 13 Wishes. Venus McFlytrap's hair looks like this. I'm not too sure on Venus's hair, the way it turned out, but there is some curls to it. So that is the way that Venus McFlytrap's hair turned out. And I just put a rubber band on it to hold it to the side. But it still looks pretty cool. And that is the way Venus McFlytrap and Abby Abominable's hair turned out. And I really hope you guys like this video. This is my very first hair tutorial and my very first time curling doll's hair. So I hope you guys like it. And if you have any questions or requests, please leave them in the comments below. And my Instagram and my Facebook page will also be linked down below. And thank you guys so much for watching. Bye!